Okay, let's get into this. So, if you're new here, my name is Thomas, and I'm at the moment in my bedroom in Ireland, and I'm trying to finish off an Irish independent feature film called Gardener's Planet. And what I'm doing is I'm making, a fully CGI scene in my bedroom, and that would not have been possible 5 years ago. No way, no how. So I just wanted to make, a more casual video than I normally make to address that and ask what's going on, and ultimately ask, is this the future of cinema? And if you're not new here, don't worry, this isn't just going to be a rehash of the same old thing that I've gone over before. Ideally, I'm kind of looking at this video as, I guess, the next step of the journey, learning motion capture and getting my CGI aliens into my film about aliens. So I started this journey in January with this video. If you haven't seen it, click here. That was, the start of 2025. I had just gotten my CGI alien, so I was really getting my hands around, getting the CGI alien into Blender, and I really wanted to show the journey I'd gone on for practical aliens, now to CGI aliens. And then the second step of this journey was this video in March, where, I'd learned a little bit more about the lighting and placing the camera. And yeah, so this video now is going to be the third step of the journey, and I really want to go over what I've learned since then. Okay, so since that video in March, we have gone from one CGI scene in the film to 3 CGI scenes. I know what you're thinking, Thomas, has taken so long to finish this film, why would you be adding more work to yourself? And just the reason we did was because actually, in around March or April, when I first assembled the film and put all the footage from 3 years together, I was kind of shocked to see that it was only 17 minutes long. You don't shoot for 3 years and tell everybody you're making a feature and then it's only 17 minutes long, but that's what happened. Like, we weren't obviously filming consistently for the whole 3 years. We were stopping and starting, and we were shooting stuff and looking at it and then shooting it again, changing stuff. But yeah, it was a complete shock and kind of embarrassing, to be honest. Yeah, so it was 70 minutes long. We needed to up the running time, that after telling everyone I had made a feature, that it did actually come out as a feature and not just accidentally a short. So we had the one alien scene in the middle, which is really cool. I've spoken about it before, being a kind of treehouse of horror thing. And I just felt, it was working out really well. Even in March or April, it was very rough, but I was thinking, damn, this is really cool, no other independent films are going to be doing this. We got to get more of this good stuff into the film. And so when I realized it was short, that just seemed like an obvious thing, to get some more of that alien goodness into film. And we didn't have enough aliens as well, even when we were making the film. How we were doing the aliens, there was always a bit of a question mark over there. So anyway, in April, roughly around then, March or April, we decided to add 2 more CGI alien scenes. We had the one in the middle. Now we're adding one near the kind of the end of the start, at the end of the first act. Then we have the one in the middle, and then we have just a third one now, kind of before the start of the third act. So maybe 15 minutes before the movie ends. So I've been working on this alien scene now for almost 6 months, and I've just been in a variety of poses in my bedroom, acting like a clown, trying to talk out this dialogue and just figuring it out. But really, the question of audio and what the alien's voice was going to sound like, I just put that on the long finger for a while I just focus on really learning Blender, because there was so much to learn, and I really wanted to figure out, if the motion capture would work, what the fingers would do, what the lighting would do, would the mouth actually move, would the alien blink, could I get the alien on the ship, which I still have to figure out, are some shots too dark, and the audio was just something I had to come back to for a long time.
Oh, we've done that so many times, it's not fun anymore. This planet interests me a lot more. We have time, we have a schedule, and no TV gardener will get in our way.
So obviously my audio was never going to end up in the film, and what I found is this handy AI program where you can just type in the dialogue, and you can choose alien, strange, sci-fi, you can see there on the left, and that'll essentially do the dialogue that you type in there, and that seems to have been pretty handy.
Oh, we've done that so many times, it's not fun anymore. This planet interests me a lot more. We have time. We have a schedule. And no TV gardener will get in our way.
Okay, now then the next step is probably the hardest, where I have to try and match my head and body movements to that audio track, so it kind of matches up as much as possible. And also most hardest and most funny, trying to lip sync to that audio track so it matches up again as much as possible. This is maybe not the best way of doing it, but this is what's working for me right now, again just with the goal of trying to move the project forward.
Oh, we've done that so many times, it's not fun anymore. This planet interests me a lot more. We have time. We have a schedule. And no TV gardener will get in our way. Yes. Then, when we inflate.
Okay, so here we are in Blender, and I just wanted to do kind of a slower video because so many of the others were sped up in terms of what I've actually finalized with my lighting setup. So there on the left you can see the alien, and what I've clicked on then on the screen on the right is the orange light which sits off to his the left of screen, and that's lighting up the left side of his face. So I've kind of done a 3-point lighting setup between these 3 lights. So that's the orange one, and you can see it ideally it fluctuates between 20 strength and 7, just to give it flashing, just to give the alien a bit more life and 3D depth. And then the red light there that I'm clicking on, that's always at 40 watts. And I'm kind of playing around with the strength of that, seeing what difference the red makes. I might kind of lower the red a bit in future. And then behind him I've got this green light which is moving from high to low, and it's at 30. So there's the high position. You kind of see it a little bit on the back of his head. Can you see it any more over here? Not really, but it is back there. You can certainly see it on his shoulder there, and just a bit of backlight, bit of separation. And there's also a sun lamp back there just at 4.63 to just to even it out a little bit. And there's the camera, and what that comes in at default is a 50mm, and I've just recently then, you know, changed that to a 35mm, which is more appropriate for the close-up. And you can see we can move that camera back and forth, and we can pan that to the left and right and do whatever we want with it basically. And I've obviously put the space there on the left of frame because he's looking off to the left, and it's still blue screen behind him for the moment, but I do want to try and get the alien into the spaceship. That really is the ultimate goal. And just in terms of some things I have to work around, the motion blur, I've had to turn that off because I've had some issues with that. What else do we have? Post-processing, compositing, sequencer, you have to turn them off because I've also had an issue with them. If you leave them on, you just get a load of black frames. Light paths, I've brought that down from 12 down to 6 just to speed up the rendering time. And performance, what do I want to change here? Oh yeah, the persistent data, that needs to be turned on for faster rendering as well. And in here in the world tab, you need to just make sure, which I haven't done before, is erasing the default lighting that comes in with the project.
Oh, we've done that so many times, it's not fun anymore. This planet interests me a lot more. We have time. We have a schedule. And no TV gardener will get in our way.
So in one sense, yeah, look, I am here on my own in a vacuum, creating work and working very hard on a film, which maybe not a lot of people are ever going to see. But in another sense, you know, am I part of a wider thing, maybe a wider problem, that by in using AI, am I contributing to a program and a system which is putting other artists and other actors and crew out of work? And probably unquestionably the answer is yes. I don't have all the answers. I don't know where it's going to be in 5 years, 10 years. But, you know, I have spent my own money also on this same project, employing actors and crew, and out of my own cash as well, out of my own amount of money, which I don't have a lot of. So, you know, there's definitely two sides to that. And no one is coming to the rescue of my film. You know, if I want to finish my film, no one else is going to finish it except for me. You know, if I stop working on my film right now, today, this minute, the film is never going to get finished. No one's going to come 10 years from now trying to finish the film. So, you know, I will finish my film any way I possibly can. And for me, you know, AI is very much just a tool. And at this stage, it's a tool for a film that needs to get done. And it needs to get done as efficiently as possible. And I don't have any more money to be hiring actors, you know, to be doing voices and arranging sessions with them. You know, I just don't have the time or the money for that. You know, I just want to get the film done. The film has been very artist and we've had a lot of contributions from other people in terms, you know, improvisation on set and people coming up with other lines and our fantastic crew contributing. But AI is just a fantastic tool now to try and get the film over the line. You know, I don't even care anymore, you know, because we've had so little money that we're just going to get this film done, and I'll use anything at my disposal to get the film done. But I also think it's interesting to talk about it, and that's why I'm just letting the camera roll and talk about it, because I'm trying to figure out my own thoughts as well. Like, who knows where it's going to be in 5 or 10 years time? I don't know. I'm just a guy making a very low budget film. But I think it's interesting that, you know, when a guy making a low budget film, essentially now in his bedroom, you know, can do that and create CGI scenes, where is the industry going? You know, God only knows. You see so many videos and articles and clickbait, you know, a lot of it is clickbait on where the industry is going and Hollywood collapsing, you know, and there's so many films coming over here to Ireland and Cork, always England, but also random places like Budapest. And when they're saying, oh, what cut out? Oh, the big light. Damn it, that was going really well. Okay, so that is pretty much the end of the video. I think when the lights are blowing up, that's just a sign. It's maybe not a sign about AI, but maybe it is a sign to end the video. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. Doing these CGI scenes, learning Blender is so cool and so exciting, and there's more I want to do. You know, like I say, I really want to now get the alien back into the spaceship and have the camera moving. That's the key next step that I want to do. So I'll be back in another video soon. If you haven't already, do like and subscribe, and we'll be back with another video in the very near future.